Really, story of the game, I thought, we talked about, man, our communication being better, our fundamentals, our technique, and then winning our one-on-ones. I'm pretty sure we did that on a consistent basis, and the tape's going to say that. So, I knew the guys would respond. That was good. It wasn't perfect. We left a lot out there, but that's a step in the right direction. It's good to get the first win, right? It's good to get the first win of the season. And, we got explosives that we needed. St. Brown got us going. I thought Jared Goff played lights out. And more importantly, this offensive line played, I thought, a really, really good game, man. Protection, run game, they really got us going. And then defensively, man, we get the takeaways, 3 takeaways. It's huge. And 4th down stops. So it was just, man, you talk about complimentary football. We did that. And it's a good win. Questions?
You mentioned the offensive line, really both sides of the line this week.
Yep.
Really dominated. Just how impressed were you to have a bounce back like that and win both those matches up front?
Well, I don't know if impressed is the right word. I expected us to do that, man. That goes back to our standards. Those are our standards. And I knew we would play better, because our guys came into work and we knew what we needed to clean up, and we worked at cleaning it up. And they had the right look, and they came out fighting. That's what they do. So that's our O-line and D-line.
You mentioned the explosive plays on the 5 passes and 29 plus a couple long kids. Is it, as simple as when the offensive line plays well, this offense is explosive? Well,
look, I'll just bring it. It always starts with the O-line here. It does, and I would say probably most teams, but for sure us. And, when they play well, it really allows us to do a lot. It allows us to do a lot. And, that's a prideful unit. And there again, we had a couple of young guys in there that I thought played better. And they're only going to get better the more reps they get. So that was good to see.
Dan, can you talk about now with the dynamic of facing somebody who coached for you the first time in your career when it comes to head coach? And do you think that played at all in the motivation of the guys wanting to, show in or stand up if you were to face anything?
I don't know all that. I know this. That was a tough loss last week. That was tough. We went out there. We expected to play much better than we did, we didn't give ourselves a chance. Green Bay got after us pretty good, and so I think more than anything, that was a big part of it. I think we answered a lot of questions as it pertains back to what you said. I've said this all along, man. This train keeps rolling, man, and we got plenty here, and it always is going to start with the players. We got players, we got playmakers, and they're made the right way. They're the right kind of guys, man. They know how to get in the ditch and just start digging, man. They don't worry about the other stuff. So, it's a good job.
Dan, were you and your team angry after last week? You said that really the motivation of how you guys played was in an ornery group this week? Yeah,
I think, look, who wants to lose? We don't like losing, right? And it's one thing, look, a loss is a loss. They all stink. They hurt. But when you don't feel like you gave yourself a chance, that's even worse, and we didn't even compete. It doesn't mean we didn't try to compete. We never got in a position to where we could compete to finish that game out last week. So I think, to just get back on track, do what we need to do, it was big.
But you always say division games are like 2 games. Just the sense of urgency and mindset coming into this, like division game. What was that like as well? Just that sense of urgency.
Yeah, it's they are. These are big games. They count a lot. And these are the ones you got to get. So, we knew that, but I honestly go back to it really, we made it as simple. I made it as simple as, man, let's just clean up the mess that we had last week. It's really not more than that. There's always going to be this, we don't have the rhythm offensively because we lost Ben, or we're not as good because we lost AG, or this player leaves, or what, and ultimately it's, man, do you have the coaches? Yes. Do you have the players? Yes. We just got to clean a few things up. Man, let's make a better call here in this situation. That'll help the players. The players, man, it's the footwork, it's alignment, it's assignment, it's your finish, and it's really what we focused on.
And One thing to say going into a game that takeaways will be a point of emphasis, but what is it about the defensive aggression, the scheme that allowed you guys to actually put that into motion?
Well, I just think there again, we play sticky coverage. We play sticky on the back end, and we do a lot in the front. Between our fronts and our backers, we give people a lot of different looks, and to do that, man, your guys got to be on point and they got to be sound. I mean, Shep gives those guys a lot of leeway now, but that means they all got to be on the same page. But we're fortunate we got some bright guys that are football players, and so when you're able to do that and you feel like you can. The opponent doesn't always know where it's coming from, and then you can play sticky on the back end, man, that's hard. All it takes is the quarterback holding it for just a tick, and you get there.
It seems like you guys are a different team coming off a loss. You haven't lost 2 in a row in 3 years or whatever. Are you a different team after a loss?
I just think, look, you're motivated to get that taste out of your mouth. You just... look, you don't ever want to lose focus or not play your best game, but sometimes it happens. And for certain reasons, or you may play great game and at the wrong time, you turn the ball over 2 or 3 times, right? No matter what it is, I think it refocuses you, right? There's a sense of urgency man, let's go back to what we do. Let's clean this up and let's go get a win because nobody likes it. We take it personal and, that's big.
Stand in front of you guys and talk about the bread and butter and getting back to bread and butter. And it may seem so simple, but to get back to that and then to see basically every offensive weapon you had explode, how much easier does it make your job standing in front of your guys again this week?
Well, yeah. I mean, those guys. Look, man, those guys. Those are our dudes, man. They just get out of their way sometimes and let them go. Listen, we're fortunate here, man. We got a stud at quarterback who can handle a ton of information, and can get us in the right play. He's pinpoint accurate, and he's got weapons. And our O-line's playing pretty good. And so, we find our rhythm. We get the first down, and good things normally happen. So it makes me feel a lot better on the sideline seeing that. To answer your question.
That's not just only going to be put in for one-handed catch.
That's it. That's the only place to be used. What do we need here? We need a one-handed catch right before halftime. Get him in. I'd say that that's 2 opportunities, and he's made 2 plays. So he's going to get more opportunities.
The importance of getting that touchdown before you get to the locker room.
Yeah, that was big. That was big. We were able to apply a lot of pressure right before halftime, knowing they were getting the ball coming out. That was a big play. That was a big play. Now, that whole thing was, they waving him out, but then nobody's stopping the clock. So we were fortunate that we got an opportunity to do it. And I mean, Golf and Saint making a huge play. It was great. No.
Did you see Kirby's stumble bums celebration in the end zone?
Who's that?
Kirby's?
No, I didn't.
It was-
I didn't.
Take a look.
You tell me to look that up?
Yep, look it up.
All right.